last week when I got back home from my brothers and my stepdads. We've actually started working on the garden. It really felt good to work with my hands again outside in nature and doing something that I enjoy and that I love. It really felt good. We had to get rid of this yew tree that we had in our front yard, and it was sort of standing at the exact place where I want to put a greenhouse, and I'm gonna put like raised beds around the greenhouse, so we had to get rid of that yew tree in order for me to be able to do that. And yeah, we've been working outside a little bit, and it felt actually really good to kind of put things in motion slowly. I'm really looking forward to my garden, and I'm probably gonna buy a greenhouse next month and start the building project of the for the raised beds and everything. So it's gonna be something to be excited about, which makes me happy. Still reading my garden book, hoping to learn something new. Of course, I've got lots of things to learn still, but I'm thinking about like taking things slow and not starting with too big of a variety of vegetables to begin with. Just like slowly build the garden each year. So this year I'm gonna focus on growing tomatoes and leafy greens and like vegetables I frequently eat in my everyday life. I think that just by starting with those, it's gonna be easier for me to manage everything, because this is the first time that I'm able to have a garden. I've been baking bread also. I've fallen in love with the whole process. It's really a good feeling when you make something from scratch, and it just tastes so good, so much better than store-bought bread. I can't even tell you. I would encourage every one of you to bake bread at least once in your lifetime, and I guarantee you when you try it you're gonna be hooked and you will be baking your own bread from that point on. One sad thing to report is that I've actually done the whole process of making kombucha wrong. I don't know what I thought, because of course you want to grow a SCOBY first before you add tea in it. And somehow I didn't think of that when I was making it, and sadly it's gotten moldy. I've bought a new kombucha bottle and I'm gonna start the process again, and hopefully this time I'm gonna succeed and not make the same mistake again. I was really sad to see it mold over. But yeah, what can you do, you know? I don't know, sometimes I do things without really thinking about them. Like the other day when I baked bread, I for some reason didn't put a piece of cloth into the basket that I was growing the dough in for raising the dough, and all the dough got stuck to the sides of the basket and I barely got it out. And I was like, why didn't I put a cloth in it? Why? God knows, honestly. It's just, you know, me doing something without really thinking about it, and then I realize things, and then I'm like, oh, sure, I should have thought about that, but you know, whatever. You learn as you go not to make mistakes, because obviously the first few times are gonna make them. But yeah, the bread itself actually turned out fine. It was really good, but it could have been so much better if I didn't mess up. It's been pouring rain the whole day, and then all of a sudden it cleared up and the sun started shining. But now it's gone again, and I don't know, I've been thinking if I'm up for going for a walk and gathering some of those wildflowers that I wanted to gather. vidim.
Kali! Kaj pa delaš tamle? A je sneg? Sneg je.
Sneg.
Vidim, da si živalila. A je sneg? Je krvalec.
I've been gone for what seems like forever, even though it's only been a few weeks. Spring is finally slowly showing its true colors, and maybe there's even warmer days on the horizon. Many things have been racing through my mind this past month as I've been focusing more on socializing with my friends and planning for exciting things that I never thought I would actually be planning for in the near future. Sometimes I need to pinch myself as I'm realizing just how beautiful this life actually is. Each breath of fresh air, each warm hug, each mesmerizing view, and unbelievable opportunity. Somehow, after this long and heavy winter filled with lots of emotional distress that I chose not to share, it seems like there's a lightness approaching, and I do things with much more ease and contentment. Life is good, and it's beautiful, even if it's not always easy. It's unique, it's inspiring and surprising. It keeps us on our toes while also grounding us and molding us into a whole.